Hello guys and welcome to Vlogging Project. It's Tony here, your favorite YouTuber. Today I'm going to do a quick unboxing and review of the ZTE Nubia Air, their ultra slim phone. Maybe not as slim as the Apple Air, but they definitely copied the name and now they're trying to make this a selling point. Now, what's interesting about this device is the pricing, guys. Officially it's 250 US dollars. Over here in the UK, RRP is 300, discounted to 229. So for 230 pounds, you're getting an ultra slim device. However, however, Nubia might get you misled a little bit on two things. First, the resolution of the screen is not as advertised, and second of all, the triple camera at the back is not exactly a triple camera, and that little branding over here makes it look like a Leica logo, but it's not. Anyways, let's have a look at the box itself, guys. Very simple box. I like the design, by the way. That was the original packing over here. You have a soft screen protector, which is a rather weird choice, but anyway, instead of tempered glass, at least it's a screen protector. Some paper over here and a cable. Now there is no charger. However, this phone has 5000 milliamp hours of battery. Do you know how fast it charges? I've tested the maximum charging time and it's about 25% for 15 minutes, 50% for half an hour, and full charge takes place in 1 hour, which is not terrible for a budget device, but it's not the best as well. What about the screen on time? I'm gonna show you my screenshots in a second over here, but we're looking at about 7.5 hours and 2 days of usage, which is a solid battery life, guys. Now, the box on the side over here, that's what's included in the box as well. Carbon fiber case, which is not too bad. It's not too bad, to be honest with you. Good material, good quality. At least it's a free case, because there are no other cases available. And you can see the pocket lint over here at the top, which is the reality of using this case. And the back cover, I don't particularly like it, to be honest with you. Check this out. It's a soft plastic over here, guys, and it's not very nice, so that's why it's a good idea to use the case. Now the phone is slim indeed. However, it's not, let me see, where is the box? It's not exactly as slim as they show it over here. Over here it looks like almost like a Razer phone or something like that. Well, in reality it's not exactly like that. Check this out. I mean, you're not getting the phone and thinking about, wow, that phone is so slim. Yes, it's slim. Yes, it's relatively light, 175 grams, but it's not that impressive. Now, what's the other thing which is not that impressive is the face unlock and the fingerprint on the side over here. Actually, on the side, I keep saying that the fingerprint is on the side simply because this button is red over here and actually is under the glass. Now, the thing is, raise to wake doesn't usually work. Check this out, guys. I'm lifting the phone and it doesn't do anything, which is not nice. Oh, now it does, and you can see that it cannot recognize my face. Check this out. Failed to verify face. Really? Probably that's why I got the glasses on, but let's do it without the glasses. And yeah, let's have a look at that. No, it fails to recognize my face. Oh, there we go. You can see how long it took, guys. This is absolutely ridiculous. And the fingerprint reader over here works the majority of the time, but it's not the fastest. Of course, now in front of the camera is going to work, but guys, it is really not the fastest. Now, what did I lie about? Let me open up Chrome and check this out, guys. This is ZTE official website over here, and the light is absolutely blowing out the highlights on my video. Oh my god, how do I turn this off? Okay, so check this out, guys. Nubia bone solid, built slim. Okay, IP resistance, whatever. And check this out, guys. Stunning 1.5K AMOLED display. And what's the resolution? 1224 by 2720. Wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute. That's not the exact resolution of the screen. How do I know that? Well, you take a screenshot over here and check this out, guys. You go to the photos. Let me see very quickly what photos have I got over here. One second, because you might come to some sensitive information over here. Screenshots. Okay, yes, so this is the screenshot that I just took, guys, pretty much. And you press over here info and check this out. What is the resolution over here? 180 by 2400, and you're like, wait a second, that's not 1.5K as advertised. Check this out: 12242720 180 to 2400. In case you don't believe me, I have a couple of applications installed over here. Device info hardware, one of my favorite applications. You go to, let me see, where is that? You go to screen over here and check this out, guys. 120 hertz, okay. 1080p screen. You go to the display info. Check this out, 1080p screen. So straight up ZTE Nubia misadvertised the screen, which is a shame because that's a big screen and it's absolutely beautiful screen, guys. That's probably the best thing about this phone. The screen is absolutely beautiful, so there was no need for them to lie about the screen. I don't understand that. But anyways, now the other thing that they've lied about is the triple camera setup. Check this out. Receipts over here. Check this out. 50 megapixel AI triple rear camera, and you're thinking about, okay, so I have 50, 50 and 50 over here. You don't have that. You have 50 over here on the main camera, unknown sensor, and bad news. But guys, when you don't have a sensor of the camera, it's usually bad sensor, and that's exactly what it is. You can have a look at a couple of examples over here, which I'm really not impressed by, to be honest with you. The video is not very good as well. There is no stabilization. Well, there is stabilization, but it's pretty poor and it's just 1080p. Quick example over here.
Hello guys, testing the video of the ZTE Nubia Air. 1080p maximum video resolution with stabilization on. Unfortunately, when we run, we get a result like that.
So yeah, going back to the cameras, first camera 50 megapixel, second camera 2 megapixel, only 2 megapixel, guys, a bokeh camera, which is, I'm really not sure when it even activates. And the third sensor over here is 0.08 auxiliary sensor, which means absolutely this sensor is never going to do anything. Pretty much you have the flash over here. So yeah, you've been misled once again by well, ZTE. And the thing is, I recently reviewed their top flagship, the Red Magic 10 Pro or whatever, and that phone had a bad camera. So you can imagine about this phone, guys. And flipping the phone at the front, the news are not very good about the selfie camera. 20 megapixels supposedly. You can have a look at a couple of examples over here, but overall, guys, it looks like an 8 megapixel camera. I understand that's kind of a budget device, although there's plenty of devices, for example the Pixel 8 series you can buy for 200 pounds. But come on, that camera is like a 10-year-old camera. It's pretty bad. Look at the examples over here. And when it comes down to the video, it's pretty terrible. There is no stabilization whatsoever and 1080p only. Quick example over here.
And now testing the front camera quickly. 1080p maximum video resolution. When we run, we get a result like that.
And finally, something supposedly interesting about the camera was the, where is it, camera family. So you have the monocolor option. It sees only the color that you choose. For example, you choose green, and check this out, it was supposed to, wait a second, you choose green, it was supposed to recognize the green, but it doesn't. Oh well, we can have a look at that example over here, guys, and it looks pretty terrible. So camera wise, pretty much absolutely useless. The next thing which is absolutely useless, unfortunately, is the mono speaker at the bottom over here, guys. And I can definitely say that I've tested about 200 phones on my channel. You can have a look at my Volokin Spectrum scoring system here. That's one of the worst speakers that I have ever tested, guys. I don't want to trigger, you know, the algorithms and the copyright, but have a quick listen over here, guys. I'm going to pop open one video for you over here so you can have a listen. Check this out. And in reality, that's absolutely ear piercing, guys. This is so annoying. It's unbelievable how crappy this speaker is. About the software, I like the software. I like ZTE Nubia's whatever OS it's called. proper dark mode over here, colorful icons. Two issues though, two issues. When I try to connect with my Android head unit in the car, it connects, but I can't really make the calls. The calls are going to the speaker. I have to turn on and turn off the Bluetooth and sometimes reboot the phone to get this working, which is ridiculous. That's the first time that happens with any phone pretty much. And the other issue is that you saw that raised wake doesn't work. Well, when you put the phone on a cradle like that, the screen is on all the time, guys, and it's super annoying because over here in the UK the roads are not the worst, you know. I've seen better, but I've seen way worse. And because the phone is dangling just a little bit like that, the screen activates and is constantly on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. I tried to stop the race to wake, but that didn't help. So that's a bug that they should definitely address. And check this out, guys, about phone Nubia Air. Okay, in terms of RAM management, surprisingly I have no issues. You have 8 gigabytes physical RAM plus 12, let's say, virtual RAM, so 20 gigabytes of RAM, no issues. 256 gigs of storage, that's not a problem as well. And you can see the screen over here, guys. Come on, again, the false information about the screen. But yeah, anyway, where is the, let me see, Android 15? So no Android 16. 1st of September, okay, that's fine. But you know, having a couple of ZTE devices, basically you never get 3 years of support. I seriously doubt that this phone will be updated ever to Android 16. So whatever issues you find, they're not going to be fixed. And the other thing is with the performance. As you can see on the camera, because it's just 30 FPS, the phone is relatively responsive unless you start, you know, installing applications, and it becomes absolutely terrible. Also, Facebook sometimes doesn't work properly, eBay doesn't work very well. And the thing is, in terms of benchmarks, guys, check this out. I ran the 3D benchmark to have a look at the horsepower of the phone in terms of gaming, and the results are shocking pretty much. Have a look at that. 350 is the score. Come on, I have never really had such a weak SoC. The SoC, by the way, is some very weird. Check this out, guys. The SoC is Unisoc, Uni SoC, I call it the Unisoc, T8300 Tiger. This has absolutely nothing to do with a tiger. It's like a homeless kitty, you know, a sick one, and in a very, very bad way. I mean, over here is showing that it's super stable. But the thing is, and of course, come on, what happened over here? Okay, showing that it's super stable over here, this graph. But the thing is, check this out, guys. Only 4%. Okay, that's fine. Almost no drain when gaming. 32 degrees, excellent. However, check this out, guys. When you open up breakfast, wait. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we're gonna go play. We're gonna go tournament, and you know, we're gonna go to this one over here, or maybe which one, this one. Okay, let's go this one. And the thing is, I had to turn down the settings to pretty much everything so the game could be at least playable, guys. If you leave it to the default settings, it's pretty bad. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So we're gonna start the game over here. I'm gonna pause it here. We're gonna go to settings. We're gonna go reset to defaults. There we go. Exit and save. Resume, and check this out, guys. I mean, this is like a slow motion. Check this out. It looks pretty bad on the screen, and not only that, but check this out. This is bad, guys. This is pretty much one of the worst one of the worst phones for gaming, guys. And the thing is, the other games are not much better as well, so that is pretty disappointing. So yeah, I forgot to show you about the pricing of this device. Chrome is reloading for whatever reason, and check this out. You can put it over here on Google, have a look at how much time does it need to load, guys. So yeah, Debenhams UK, £230, which, you know, is way too expensive for this device. And this is my cheat sheet over here. Let's have a look. What did I miss, guys? Okay, race to wake is very slow, fingerprint, blah blah blah. Okay, rec fast, lock overall, up started. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, guys. So overall, I went with, you know, an open mind about this phone, although I know what are ZTE doing. They're releasing a phone, they have an idea, I did an unboxing of the Nubia Music, really interesting phone, which was supposed to be a music phone. The speaker was pretty bad and the performance was so bad that I couldn't even test the phone. I had to sell it. After that, I had a few phones. And that's what they do all the time. They release the ZTE Music 2. After that, I had the Libero Flip. Instead of fixing it, they released the second generation. So basically what's going to happen with this phone is, if they do any sales, if people buy the idea, they're just going to release another version of this phone for the same price, and you're going to feel even more screwed. So save yourself the money. Have a look at the Volokin Spectrum scoring system over here. See that this phone has only 26 or something points, guys, and it's one of the worst phones towards the bottom of my chart. I have literally reviewed phones which are half the price of that, or even way cheaper than that, 60-70 pound phones, or Xiaomi, so stuff like that, which are actually better than this phone, guys. So unfortunately I really hate doing videos like that, but be warned, guys, ZTE is misleading you with this device. This is a very low end device. Don't buy it. Save yourself the money. Simple as that. I'm happy to see some premium design of a very slim phone or something like that, something new, but this is not the way, guys. And the only way to teach the company that is wrong is not buy their products. Simple as that. So do yourself a favor, do the whole world a favor, don't buy this phone. I already bit the bullet. I bought it for the sake of the testing because I was interested. Don't be me, don't buy this phone. Save your money, buy something else. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Adios.